The reason for that is that because we're often, as women, stuck in that red zone, we really need to be aware of how we can kind of get the most out of exercise and moving our bodies so that we actually can feel more regulated and come back to that green zone. Because without sort of knowing that, we might unintentionally just push ourselves too hard when we're in that state and actually feel worse afterwards, even if we feel like we're getting it all out in the gym. So it's really important to try and have some kind of balance. Exercise and how that can help. Some of the things that can be really helpful when you're in that state is having things that are really predictable and consistent and safe. And what that kind of means in a gym environment is things like having a consistent workout routine. You know, knowing I've got this many sets I need to do, and this is what I do every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, for example. Don't have to think too much. I know what I'm going to do, and that's it. I'm going to go in and get my workout done and get out. Having the same people and community around you that you see at the gym. All of those things help you to feel safe and reinforce to your nervous system that I'm okay. Brings it back down to the green zone. So this is like a perfect space for that, to be honest, because it's a nice, small, close community. It's women. You know what you're getting when you come here. You've got consistent classes, I'm guessing. So that predictability is really nice. That kind of gives that message of safety to our brain and our nervous system. So you might come into the gym already feeling really agitated and tense and stressed, but also what you do in the gym can kind of put you in different states with your nervous system as well. So for example, when you come in and you do like a really high intensity workout, that can push you into that red zone because your heart rate is like going really high, you're sweating, you're getting really into it. It's kind of pushing you into that red zone, which is okay if it's in a controlled way. What it kind of means is that you want to make sure that you balance it out afterwards to regulate things again. So that means doing things like recovery, stretching, yoga, Pilates, slower types of movements and breathing so that you kind of bring everything back down. So it's not just important from a, stretching your muscles kind of lens, also important for your mind. Because if you just go straight home after a massive HIIT workout, you're probably not going to be feeling super regulated and calm. Exercise creates the stress, as I said, and then recovery kind of repairs and strengthens and helps your body to become more resilient. So as I said, if you kind of repeatedly smash out these big workouts but don't actually have the proper recovery time afterwards and do those things to bring everything back down, over time, you become but just more exhausted, more fatigued, more likely to burn out, more likely to give up on your routine as well. If you're just aching and wrecked, if you kind of consistently do that, eventually you're going to have a crash. Different nervous system states. So if you come into the gym feeling dysregulated, which probably a lot of us have experienced, different things that you can do to try and modify things a little bit and help you when you feel that way. And I guess it's important to not kind of be hard on yourself if you can't do the workout that you were planning to do that day. If you need to kind of tweak things a little bit, you haven't failed, right? You're just trying to look after yourself. So it's kind of shifting the mindset of like, if I need to adjust, that's actually okay, because in the long run, that's going to be better for me. So if you're noticing you come in and you're really heightened and stressed, you're in that kind of red zone, you might want to make some modifications to your usual routine, which might be things like taking longer rests between your sets, using breath-led lifts, things like that, reducing the intensity, maybe just totally changing it and doing like something like yoga or Pilates or something really light that day instead. Even like light cardio or something. Doesn't matter. You're still going to get something out of it because your body is moving, but it'll just help you to have a little bit more rest and hopefully bring things back down. If you're feeling pretty blah, like that blue zone state that I spoke about before, you're having one of those like disconnected, numb days, it's probably helpful to try and increase intensity a little bit because it kind of brings the nervous system back up into a regulated state.